Again to another Blogus edition of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, as run by Murph of Murph Versus. I'm so excited to be with you again today. If you watched yesterday's run, then you may know that this is beginning immediately after that rather short, rather sweet run, in which I also had a chance to mention some new information about that job I had interviewed for and whatnot. I really recommend you check it out. That's why I'm not going to say any more. So, let's get started with this run, shall we? Hopefully this will be a better run. I've had a string of kind of bad ones lately. And to reverse course, if I continue to do really poorly, I may switch characters so I can at least have some more successful runs under my belt for Blogus. Now, you know, I had one of the poll questions for my Blogust Binding of Isaac post not that long ago. One of the poll questions was if people thought I was bad at the game, and you know, one person thankfully wrote in and said that they don't think anyone's bad at video games, but I'm not sure if I agree with that. But hey, you know what? That's nice of them to say, because I do feel like I'm not putting on a very good show. This item over here, real quick, is you don't take spike damage, which is nice if I could actually touch spikes, but I don't have feet, so. Bloody friend. Okay, yeah, he just spreads floor, blood, hurts, does damage. Okay. Anyway. Nothing here to see. Nothing here to see. But yeah, I am considering doing runs with other characters, just, like I said, to, liven it up a little bit and show some actual success in this game. As I've said before, you know, pretty much any other character I can beat the game with on either a consistent or semi-consistent basis, depending on my luck, of course. But, you know, it's just the Lost here who just has my number. I can't handle not taking a single hit for an entire run. I'm just not that good. I'm not that coordinated. You know, maybe my younger, cooler self could have done it. I doubt it. I've actually probably gotten significantly better at video games as I've gotten older. Which is an interesting thought because, you know, especially with the rise of esports, we talk about the physical limitations of getting older, especially on games and reaction time and whatnot. When I was younger, the concept of beating a game relied on almost entirely on a Game Shark or Game Genie, depending on the platform, of course. I cheated through almost everything. You know, Final Fantasy, one of my favorite series of all time, I cheated on all of those. Up until, I think Final Fantasy X was the first one I really beat legitimately. I was the, yeah, tears, okay. I was the kid who got all the debug rooms in like Final Fantasy VII, and I think there was one in 8 and 9. I mean, I was dedicated to the series. I bought soundtracks and everything, but the idea of beating it legitimately, wasn't for me. I'm not that kind of gamer, first of all. You know, the accomplishment isn't necessarily what I'm looking for. There are some cases, some instances, like this one, for instance, where I am indeed looking for the accomplishment. Check that notch, but yeah, you know, it doesn't happen all the time. And, you know, Roger of CMP, Contains Moderate Peril, had a great post the other day that I focused on in the blogger Bonanza for MMO Games about game completion. And I don't think it's that important. I don't think it's ever been that important. You know, there are people out there. This could be good. Curse just gives every room has a greater chance of dropping a chest at the end, but that could be bad if I don't get the keys. Anyway, I don't think game completion's that important. I think the experience itself is the most important thing, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to go all the way through. Woo, almost got shot there. I'm gonna skip that. There's a key, awesome. So, yeah, I mean, especially those games back in the day, I didn't complete a lot of them, even if I cheated, or I ran through and didn't pay that much attention. I mean, it's kind of a weird mixed bag world, you know. Or, you know, a game like Skyrim I absolutely love, but what is completion in Skyrim? Is it finishing a single faction? Is it finishing every faction? Because that's a lot of work. Some of them aren't as good as others. Ooh, bouncy tears? Yeah, I'm gonna take bouncy tears. Why not? You know, some of them aren't as good. Let me pull this up and waste the time. Okay. Okay. Boss time. So yeah. You know, I don't know. It's weird. I think MMOs have kind of ruined me on the idea of completing a game because there's no way to complete an MMO. It's impossible. I gotta concentrate. Wow, I set myself up for that one. Wow. Okay. Well, speaking of not completing games, I've lost once again. I think that's a game or two. As I did before, like with yesterday's video, I'm gonna go ahead and start another one because this is incredibly short and honestly, as much as I love adding these videos, they are a bit of a time sink. Just because I have to set aside time to play specifically for them. I have to make sure everything's uploaded in time, and I've actually got a few posts queued already. You know, Ari would probably laugh at that I only have a few posts, especially considering since last Blogust I had the entire month queued up before it even began, and then I pretty much had the next month's too, because I made a little side bet with Belgas that I would go 2 months rather than just one. So I have a history of trying to add additional pains and anguish to my Blogust runs and attempts. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit random, actually. So if you are interested in seeing a new run with a different character than the Lost, in which I potentially may do better, then tune in next time, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit the random button and just have some fun. All right? All right, everyone. Have a great day and happy Blogust.